Hi everyone, my name is Mighty Rasing. I am Young People's Ministries Program Development Director for the Central Conferences, and today I am with Lizette Che, who is, did I pronounce it right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. She is the youth director from the Cameroon Provisional Annual Conference, and we're here to talk to her about the ministries that they are doing with youth and young adults in their country. So, Lizette, can you talk to us about your role, how you come by, how did you become a youth director?
Yeah. I started in the local church as a Sunday school assistant teacher. I was assisting my pastor with the Sunday school. After that, I was elected as the vice president in the local church. From vice president, I became the president in the local church. And from the president, I was nominated as the youth director for Cameroon. So that was how I became the youth director for Cameroon.
So you practically grew up in the church.
Yeah, I grew up in the church.
Yeah, so we're seeing that trend that a lot of our youth and young adult leaders and youth directors started from children's ministry and they grew up and then became leaders in the church. So, can you tell us some of the exciting ministries that you are doing with youth and young adults in Cameroon?
So, if I understood you very well, just at the activities that we do
Right.
in the mission in Cameroon. So in Cameroon, since Cameroon is still a small mission growing up, first we are stressed on evangelism. We do a lot of evangelism work because it's the heart of the church. And also we have activities like circuit retreats. Cameroon has 6 different circuits, so we organize retreats in all these circuits. So to fortify ourselves, we can be strong. When we come together, we study the Word of God. And out of retreats, we also have youth camp programs. During these youth camp programs, we invite people, entrepreneurs, who come and teach us on entrepreneurial skills, how we can use our hands to support ourselves. So for the past youth camp that we had teachings on how we can produce chocolate, we can produce liquid soap, and we also did evangelism work, and also we have outreach. We do outreach. For this past year we visited an orphanage where we shared food with them, we did cleaning with them, make them to understand that they are part of us, we are one body, they are not neglected in the society. And also we have other programs like, what did I give out? So I've spoken on evangelism, youth camps, retreat,
Entrepreneurial projects.
and we also do leadership training because it is very important. So we have seminars where we train young people on how they can be leaders, because they keep on telling us that the young people are the leaders of the church tomorrow, but we take it upon ourselves to start it today. So we have a lot of training on leadership. We also have a lot of training on communication, because I come from a country that has 2 different languages, so we have that difficulty. We do a lot of communication training, church building, and young people's participation in the church. So that is what we've been focusing on lately: communication and young people's participation in the church. And we also try to carry out projects so that we can sustain ourselves in the church, because we cannot keep on relying on partners for financial support. So we decided to take on projects. At the moment we have an agricultural project, that is a cassava plantation that we've decided to put in place, and we intend to sell this cassava in tubes, and we also intend to transform this cassava.
Sorry to interrupt you, Lizette, but maybe there are some people who's not very familiar what cassava is. So can you explain what it is?
So
I know it's a root crop,
yeah,
right?
it's a root crop. Cassava is a food that is consumed mostly in the African continent, because from cassava you can produce starch. From cassava, you can make starch from cassava. From cassava, they also do chips from cassava. I don't know how I can explain the cassava product more to you, but an African man will understand very well what is cassava. Right. Yeah. So that is our project for now. And as I told you earlier, Cameroon is challenging because of its diversity in language. So whatever thing you are doing in the French side, you have to do it in the English side. So the cassava project is for the French side, and for the English side, there is a documentation project that we are trying to see how we can put it in place.
Right, and I also saw in some of your Facebook posts that you were in a farm with some very nice bananas, with some fruits, and you said that the piece of land, which is about 1 hectare, is owned by the youth department in Cameroon. So can you tell a little bit about that?
Okay, actually, the youth department has not purchased the piece of land. But it was a brother, a member in the youth department, that offered us the piece of land and told us that we can cultivate on it for a period of 5 years. So it's a gift to the youth department. But maybe some time in the future we will purchase the piece of land. But as of the moment, the piece of land is a gift to the youth department.
So it's the youth and young adults who also farm, plant, and nurture.
Yeah, the youth and young adult.
Wow. And so that's helping sustain the ministries that you're doing.
Very much.
Wow. So here's my last question. What's your big hope and big dream for young people in Cameroon?
Wow. 2 years ago when I took over office, I kept on telling my president that before I leave this office, I want to leave a legacy behind. And the legacy that I want to leave behind is that I intend to give out scholarships to children in Cameroon, because most often we think that help can only come from outside. But I told my president that there is no way I'm going to leave this office without giving out scholarship to children in our local churches. There is no way I'm going to leave this office without putting up great projects so that the person that is coming to take after me will continue. There is no way I'm going to leave this office without making the young people understand the importance of serving God, without making the young people to important how beautiful life is when you are with God. So those are my objectives as a youth director.
Wow, those are pretty big dreams, and I do hope that you will get all the help that you need. As they say, our God provides, and God definitely looks up and looks out for the ministries that we are doing for His glory. So thank you so much, Lizette, and yeah,